Good morning, everybody. This is Pathfinder Phase 1 Challenge Part 6. It's make 3 kitchen utensils or kitchen use items. And I'm taking it from kind of the description that we could have, made stuff like tripod or, a pot hanger or whatever. I chose one fairly easy item, one medium hard item, and one kind of hard item, and I'll show you what these are. Now the first thing that I did is what let me turn the camera around here so you can see me. Yeah, I reckon you can see me. But the 3 items I chose was something that Blackie from Shaman's Forge Bushcraft had did, in which he called a dingle stick. Now, according to his definition, a dingle stick is anything that you use to take a stick and make some kind of useful item out of. But anyway, this is my kind of a cook pot handle crane, I reckon, and you'll see what this is for here in a minute. Okay, this was kind of my easy item that I made, and I'll show you in just a second. The second item I made, and I put a restriction on this for myself, and that was a spoon. Now when I made the spoon, my idea was that I had to do this within 20 minutes or less. In other words, there's no sanding, no extra stuff or anything. It had to be usable, but it had to take me 20 minutes or less. Okay? Anyway, that's my spoon. And by the way, I won't win no wood carving blue ribbons at the county fair. Like I say, I just wanted it to be useful. The next item I did was something all 3 of these things are stuff that I've been wanting to do. This next item I really wanted to do, and that was to burn me a bowl. Now, anybody that likes to baton wood and you find it peaceful and relaxing, let me tell you, you burn you a bowl or burn you a cup or a tray or whatever, you'll really find that relaxing. What I did is once I got it going and stuff, I took a piece of my hose for my slingshot rubber that I have, a surgical rubber, and used it to blow on it to get it to burn out. After I did that, I scraped it the best I could with my knife, and then I used a pine cone to dig it out some more and to keep digging it out. After I did that, I took some pine, a limb off of a pine tree, and wiped it out real good. It come out pretty good. I know it doesn't leak. It holds water for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But you're going to see that here and see me use it here in a minute. Okay? But yeah, according to Blackie, any stick that you modify or to use for around camp is considered a dingle stick. So this is my dingle stick. Okay, I'm going to turn you back around here towards the fire. We'll get a little bit of use out of the dingle stick. I'll show you, because I do want you to see me using this stuff. Okay, if you notice, this side is a little bit longer than the other side, and that's for this purpose right here. Okay, to lift your lid up. Okay, what we're going to have this morning, let me scoot this over. What we're going to have this morning is noodles and chicken bouillon with a little bit of chicken that I had left over from supper last night. And let me get that on, because the water is boiling. It's going to be too hot for me to eat, but let me get that bouillon in there. Yeah. Okay, let me show you the next part of this dingle stick, because I got to move this off. You'll notice there's a hook right here that you use, and all you do is stick it up through there, and you hook it in right there. But I'm going to show you more parts to it here in a minute. So, let me slide that out. So far there's 2 uses for it. And let me get my spoon. And I put a little sharp point right here. Let me get some stirred in here. I'm just going to set this off to the side right now. It's pretty hot. And, let me get go ahead and get my noodles down in there. Yeah, I did mix a little bit of salt in there. Get this stirred up. I have to go get me some more water. Nah, I think it'll be okay. Okay, using my dingle stick again, because I know that's hot. Put your lid back on. Okay, stick that back in there. You're gonna trip out on the last part of this. Get that pushed over. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, all three of these items are stuff that I've been wanting to do, and the reason why you hadn't seen me go down to my camp lately, my camp during the snowstorm, y'all know I went down there and did a few things during the snowstorm. Well, anyway, by me going down in there while the snow was on the ground, I left tracks. Well, when I left tracks, somebody followed me. They went back down in there, found my camp, and my camp's been compromised. My tarp's gone. If you seen my workbench is tore up. My chair's tore up. They knocked over my my fire reflector. I mean, it ain't that big of a deal. The only thing they got monetarily out of it was a stainless steel cup and and my tarp. The rest of it they just trashed. It was probably kids, or I imagine it was kids. Well, if you seen the prints and stuff, yeah, if it was kids, they wore probably a size 10, 11 shoe. And yeah, this challenges that the Wyndham Woodcraft and Cole Craven. Well, I think Cole Craven is the initiator of it, so I'm gonna give him a lot of the credit. But both of them, they're pretty experienced, and I always find their stuff interesting. I've learned a lot from both of them. I've learned a lot off of YouTube. Period. Every evening I watch YouTube, mainly bushcraft and organizing channels. I usually watch them for probably about 4 or 5 hours. I don't have a TV. I don't have telephone. I'm kind of basically semi-off grid. I have my own solar panels. I only use my solar panels just to keep batteries charged, and of course just for an emergency. I do have water rain barrels. I do garden. Matter of fact, I need to start getting my garden ready as soon as it dries up some, because I gotta get spinach and some radishes and carrots and onions in the ground, and sweet snow peas. I always grow snow peas because I put up all of it except for the radishes and onions. Because I only grow spring onions. I don't grow Vade or nothing like that, sweet onions. But let me check this. Give it a stir. Want to fall over on me. I don't want it to fall over on me. I'm gonna let that seep for a little bit. But yeah, I got not. Excuse me. I'm not really off grid. It's just that I do most preparing that I can do with the place that I live and my finances. And you know, that's the most I reckon any of us can expect, is to prepare as best we can. You know. Yeah, I kind of like this dingle stick. It's interesting. Take a little bit of practice. You know, some of these guys, I reckon they're pretty used to this stuff. You know, camping up, I have just recently started getting back into this kind of camping, probably in the last two and a half years, ever since I found bushcrafting on YouTube, or got used to YouTube. I'll show you what I have normally camp in. I reckon you can see down there, if you look straight down, you can see the Volkswagen camper. There for a while, I was seeing how many state parks in North Carolina I could go to. At one time, the last time I counted, I think it was up to 30-something state parks, county parks, any place that allow camping that I visited. But yeah, I think it should be about done. So I'm gonna set you up here so you can see the rest of this dingle stick. Yeah, I think I got you back in here. Yeah, you're in. And let me show you this dingle stick thing here. Let me take the lid off. Okay, got a hook there, and what I'm doing now is kind of maneuver it around here. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Oh, it looks like pee, doesn't it? Okay. Anyway, y'all can see that it works good for pouring. They mainly, I reckon, use this for coffee. But yeah, show you that my spoon does work. Put me a few noodles down in there. Set this back on there. Yeah, it's pretty good for maneuvering pots and stuff. Well, steam probably gonna be too hot for me to eat, but anyway, put the lid back on so it stays warm. And let me set you back up over here. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna eventually be going back down to my camp, and yeah, but I am gonna go back down to my camp and salvage everything that I can salvage. So, whoa. Well, that's pretty good. But yeah, show you that my a little lopsided, but yeah, the spoon works and my bowl works. Don't have no kind of fire taste. You know, a lot of people would figure that it would have a fire taste, but it doesn't. My main concern is that now that I put some food in it, I worry about whether or not it's going to stay whether or not it's going to stay clean or not. I'm going to rinse it out with some boiling water here in a minute. Let me make sure you back in. I think, yeah, but yeah, I'm going to rinse it out with boiling water real good and then let it dry. I did cut it kind of crooked, but that'll work for me. I think I did 3 spoons. Each time, when it hit 20 minutes, I stopped. I stopped until I finally got one that would work. Got a little bit of ragginess in it. I kind of worry. Hope I don't get no splinter in my lip. Well, that'd be embarrassing, huh? Oh, got a bug in there. I think bugs was out already. But anyway, a little bit of protein. I just threw the soup together. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna eat the rest of it. I actually made it just for the video, but yeah, I'm gonna eat the rest of it. It's pretty good. I imagine this bowl probably holds about I imagine a good cup and a half. But anyway, that should be my final, or that should be catch me up on part 6. Next thing I gotta do is part 7, which is making a spear. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and do probably the same type of spear that Cold Craven did. I might add a regular point at the other end of it, but I have been wanting to try making a frog gig. So this kind of gives me an opportunity to do some of the things I've been wanting to do. And like I say, I appreciated Cold Craven and Wyndham Woodcraft for giving me, and probably a lot of other people, the opportunity to do these challenges. You know, after a while you get bored of doing the same thing over and over, so I go around on YouTube and find things that people have done just to give it a try. There are some things that I see on YouTube that to me is kind of senseless. I would never try, and I'm kind of like this for the most part. It's better to keep your mouth shut than to say something, you know. And because some of it to me is kind of unrealistic. But hey, everybody does this the way they want to do it and how they enjoy doing it. So I mean, they're not going to impress me none, because I'm almost 60 years old. I'm probably never going to go nowhere where I have to survive. I'm not going to get on no other airplane again the rest of my life. I've been almost to every continent on this planet, minus Australia, and but I don't plan on going nowhere on the airplane, so I don't worry about having this airplane crash and surviving. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll yak at y'all later.